and maybe one of Brickun's picks. Let's see. Alright, first ban Hui. Okay, I got that wrong. The Hui from Living Dream is quite a strong champion. We've not seen him play it yet, but he also has a very strong Kog'Maw. Let's see here. So far, both sides banning mid laners. And we see the Smolder ban coming out from Eversio here. Last ban for Agony. Wukong is available. Trundle is available. Darius is available. Ahri is available. A lot of champions here that could get taken. I've noticed Iconic playing a bunch of Zeri, perhaps in anticipation for today's matches. Zeri being one of Hido's preferred champions. Let's see here. Eversio picked blue side. So I assume they came in with a plan. It's Lulu first pick from Eversio. Guys, trust them, okay? I mean, this is a plan they had. They went with the Lulu first pick. Usually it's very uncommon to see supports being first picked. I just have to say that. Now, Agony here have some options here. They could go with something like the Melio. And, interesting. Okay, so they go for Lucian straight up here from Hido. What's the next pick gonna be? Lucian is a champ that Hido did play a lot in the past of. Could be the Braum from Polo. We've seen Braum before. Could be Melio again. Curious to see what does get chosen in the end. Instead, they opt to go for the jungle pickup with Jarvan. I was not anticipating that because support is right there. But maybe they don't value the jungle counter pick that much. Let's see here. Eversio could go for the Trundle and the Darius. I think they are two very fair champions. They could go. Agony during history against Eversio have not been able to lock down the Darius from Iglos. Now I forgot if they played it in the first match. I don't believe so. They go for Syndra for Drakur. Alright. Let's see if the Darius is picked up blind here for Eversio. It does mean the bans will lean more into Brickun. They could also go for the AD carry pick here for Iconic. But someone needs to blind here for Eversio, that's for sure. Especially later on in the draft. Let's see. They actually went for the ADC, alright. So they pick up the Zeri to remove her from the draft earlier on. Let's see here. Next pick is the Melio. As we did see before, Melio was played by Pullo. Melio Lucian, a very strong combination. I'm not too sure about the Lucian Jarvan, how well they go together. Usually want maybe something with a bit more AoE with the Jarvan, but we've yet to see what picks come out of Living in the mid lane. Let's see here. Next bans could be the Darius, could be the Trundle as well. I think Trundle does really well into Jarvan. And there it is. It is being hovered as a ban. It is locked in from Agony. Eversio next in the banning phase. Kog'Maw could be a respectable ban here. Very strong mid laner. We've seen Living play Orianna, a lot of Orianna as well. Orianna Jarvan, very strong. I'm curious to see if it gets banned, and there it is. There's the ban on the Orianna. Now last ban from Agony. If it's not Darius, they for sure have a plan for the Darius. Let's see. If it's not Darius, I mean, what else would you ban in this position? I'm not too sure what other bans would come out of Agony here, but let's see. My apologies. The Ornn was a good ban here for sure. Ornn kind of being the I want to win game button from Eversio. Thank you everyone for joining this stream today. I hope you enjoy what we have to show here. 6 PM on a Sunday. And I have you all gathered up here today to watch Eversio Agony battle it out in a best of 3 semi-final here. Fearless draft as well. For those that don't know, whatever champions will be picked cannot be picked again in the best of 3. And it keeps on going like that until the end. So in the end, in the last game, we'll have potentially 30 champions that are denied from being played in a match. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Let's see, for our commentators here, who are you here supporting today? Type in the chat. Let's get some engagement. Danico, Lemon, Pacheville and Sniper, thank you all for joining. I hope you have a nice day. And there's the Kog'Maw, the fabled AP Kog'Maw from Living Dream. Some people did not see it in the LCM, some people joining late in the League of Malta Discord. You did not have the pleasure or displeasure, depending on how you see it, of seeing this Kog'Maw. Guys, I promise you it's a very strong pick in the hands of Living Dream. Not really something you see every day. Now we see the Vi pick up from Bricoon, and I think it's excellent. We can really get a lot of ganks onto this Kog'Maw, especially with the Syndra stun. If they ever get Living Splash, it should be in theory very hard for him to lane. Eversio here hovering their last pick. Darius is an availability, but if they go Darius blind, I'm curious what Agony will pick up. They left it open, surely they have an idea for it. They go for the Shen, I think that's very respectable. Shen, Vi, kind of going together. The problem with Eversio's comp, it's like very low damage. So I don't know how they're gonna make it work. Agony at least have the Kog'Maw from long range, Lucian as well. If they draft a strong damage dealing top laner here, I think Agony really could have really good fights. Eversio trade those fights for a strong early mid game though. And there's the Gragas, which I think is a strong choice here. I think Agony, if it goes to mid to late game, once again should have an easy win. But Eversio have the tools to carry it out from the early until the mid game 24-minute mark. No. Let's see, guys. Who do you think won the draft? I will be making a poll soon, just making sure here that the both sides are ready. Alright. Let's see. Let's go. Alright, so the game is starting now. Fantastic. Thank you for the kind wishes. Who won the draft? Eversio or Agony? Come on, guys. There's the poll. It's out. We're soon about to start. We are 60 seconds away from getting into the match. Get excited. I'm looking forward to this one. Should be a nice match. We see Sheepy hyping up the Shen as well here. Sheepy, time to learn how Shen is played, says Iglos. Now in history, Eversio lose game 1 to Agony almost historically. The times they did win game 1, they actually lost overall. I'm talking about when they played in PLAYCON last year. The difference is they had Pullu on the AD carry, and this time he's playing support in exchange for Hido. And we see Living Dream in the mid lane as well, instead of Mechanics. Overall, Agony really leveled up their teammates, but they still managed to beat an Eversio at the time. Now, of course, Eversio did level up on their own. They picked up a Conic and the AD carry position over Awaken, who went into support, so a lot of big changes there. The last being as well Bricoon returning to jungle, a more traditional jungler than what Starforger had to offer. Alright guys, let's see it. Let's go into the game. I don't want to delay any further. This is it, guys. The battle of demons. The titans have met, and they will be fighting against each other. A lot of nice skins coming out here from both sides. Hello to Don, Ricardo, and Azakana in the chat. Nice to see you. Azakana likes my coat. Nice. Cool. It's taking some time to load in here. I wonder what the vibe on Eversio is. whether they're ready for this match or not. Apologies, kind of slipped out of my mouth, that one. Let's see when this game actually goes. And there it is. Are you ready, guys? Eversio Agony once more showing up here to battle each other out. Eversio lost last time, but they did win the early game. Let's see if Agony can keep up the trend. So far unbeatable in this entire series. Let's see. Agony potentially providing us with the first ever aggression in the PLAYCON 5th edition. Awaken does not know what dangers he is in at the moment. And there it is. The flag toss, the ward dropped. And that's gonna be it. I know from their last loss, specifically Drakur took it pretty badly. And he's been playing a whole lot of games. Eversio not looking the most confident as they usually are. Especially following up on their loss against Whimsy and Joy. Bot laners fairly equally matched. We're starting to see a slight CS lead here for Iglos in the top lane as well. It would not be wrong to assume the early aggression coming out here from the bot lane first. Iglos as well sort of always likes to take his aggression to the next level. Very quiet start to the early game. We might be seeing a lot more action happening later, as these kinds of games usually have 2 to 3 fights before it's all finished. Realized we are missing the music. We see a potential gank here from Varsal. He's rotating towards Iglos. Similarly, Bracoon in the bot side. helps, we can try to fix it if there is some sound issues. One moment. We see Summoner spells coming out of the bot lane. Take a bit of moment to have a look at CS here. Bot laner is kind of on par. We have 6 CS here in the lead for living in the mid lane. And meanwhile in top lane here we have Iglos kind of leading everyone with 10 CS above his opponent. Agony did secure the dragon for those paying attention here, so should be something that puts them a bit more ahead. Especially this early camp tech dragon. It will give some extra healing from what Pullu has to offer. Grantless. I think every lane I've ever seen Grantless in, it's always like this. And I mean, what would you rather have, this or a top laner that goes potentially 0-3 or potentially 3-0 every other game? I'll take this over anything. And then you just find him in the team fights. Plays very nice and consistent. Not too shabby in the CS department as well. At the current rate we're going, it's very Agony favored, and they took Dragon as well. Just due to the fact they have a lot more damage going on in their department, they will win team fights later on. Eversio really need to find some pockets here to get ahead. Living still has flash, the bot lane has not been sort of pressured at all as well. The CS lead between Hido and Iconic starting to be a bit more apparent here. It's a 6 CS is an entire wave. I'm not too sure what I'm meant to be saying. We're 10 minutes in, no action at all has happened. Agony are up in objectives, up in CS. In a position where I think Eversio should be the aggressors from the current champs I'm seeing. So it's a bit tricky to say. If it keeps going with this rhythm, it's quite Agony favored, I would say. I mean, at this point, guys in the chat, who do you think will get first blood? And I don't mean team, I mean champion. Like, who do you actually think will get first blood? Second dragon seems to be going in Agony's favor here. PLAYCON Q's forward and no interest at all shown at going for him. How many of you would have ignored PLAYCON there and gone for the waves? Man, that's just the difference here, you know. It's just patience. The difference between high level plays and you is patience. They know what's up, they know what's guaranteed gold. They don't want to burn their flashes. They want to keep it for when it really matters. Especially when your CS is ahead and you're ahead in everything. Why would you even risk a fight? I see another full ult by Hido there used, because realistically there's really nothing else to use it for. I think it would have been better utilized to push this wave instead of just used for poke. I highly doubt Awaken at half health will ever be going down. Nor will I think a fight will ensue soon, so... Oh, we see Agony going in here, but he's falling very low. Awaken was already at half health from the exchange. Iglos is ulting in on Shen, and there's the first blood going out onto Awaken. And now Pullo gets taunted. We try to give it over to Agony, but no! Iglos does take it. 2 kills for Eversio. We're sadly going on the more supporting characters here. They are desperately needing Agony to be strong for later on. Eversio literally have no damage without Agony and or Drakor getting strong in this match. Meanwhile, Gruntless happy to take these plates. I think overall it's actually not that bad for Agony, but you know, I like it. Some action at least. It's going into Eversio's favor, and it does give them a good chunk of gold as well. Iglos was doing so well in his CS that despite leaving, I think he would still be up in gold here. They're just about equal. He's 20 gold under, which is literally nothing. It's just a minion. But at the very least, he helped out his bot lane somewhat. Despite all this, Hido still with the CS lead. We see an interesting swap here as Agony and Awaken did go to the mid lane. It's well responded by Hido and Pullo. Living and Drakor show up into the bot lane to greet each other and take these waves. Drakor is potentially rotating here or not. He just would rather get vision than stay in the middle of the lane. Oh, PLAYCON goes in onto Hido. A lot of damage coming out, and there it is. Feats of Warfare as Agony picks up the 3rd kill of the match. An excellent ult from PLAYCON. A follow-up ult from Awaken secures the CC onto Hido. But now Varsal joins the fray. He ults Awaken. Awaken gets taken low, but he is able to walk out as PLAYCON is escaping with half his health. Meanwhile, on the top side here, Gruntless and Iglos in the never-ending battle, the Sisyphus of League of Legends. Both of them just pushing each other's waves. Nothing much happens from there. We see the Herald being the next objective of choice here. PLAYCON still at half health, and Varsal is not too far from that. As both junglers exchange information close to the Herald. We see Iglos rotating here just to get vision. The Herald is at 7k already, but Agony in a much better spot to assist their jungler. Eversio caught a bit off guard, but oh, what's that? The Herald is completely ignored. Alright, Varsal goes to pick it up. We were close to having a clip, you know, but Varsal does pick it up, at least. Alright, so not much is gonna happen here. I imagine the Herald will be used around Dragon spawn time. It should also coincide similar to Atakan. So for until sort of the 19 minute mark, we're not really gonna be seeing any action, bar some mistakes. Drakur with an excellent stoppage of the Lucian ult. For those that don't know, you can CC Lucian. Let's see here, the Infernal Dragon is up next here. As Agony with excellent dragon control so far this game. Starting the dragon first here, the third one, but we see Iconic, Raccoon and Awaken are all here to contest this. Living Dream is flashing away, but the Vi ult does connect. Shen follows suit, and Iconic picks up his second kill of the game. Now with Living being down, the dragon should be in favor of Eversio. Drakur is on the sidelines, trying to threaten Hido and Varsal. We see Dragon falling down to 4k health, and that's about it. Agony, give it up for Eversio. Well played, Eversio. This is what we expect from you. A bit closer to what the Battle of the Titans should have looked like. Now, last time, Eversio did get ahead. The question is, can they keep the lead? Looking very, very nice. Eversio have put in the time, have put in the work. They did not show up today to simply go down. You see Bricoon and Aglos on the side here. Hido could be in some trouble. A nice Q from Bricoon. Disengages the fight, giving enough space for his team to secure the mid lane tier 1. And that should be it from Eversio. They should be recalling now. We see Gruntless on the side, trying to give off some pressure. The Shen ult was a big help. Herald being used here to sort of try and trade the mid lane turrets. Now Eversio are here to try and deter the push, but they do successfully manage to take out the Herald, but mid lane tier 1 is going to be taken by Agony. A slight 1.4k gold lead by Eversio. To be honest, the Infernal Drake, a big pickup by Eversio. It would have been Dragon Soul for Agony. It just means that if the next dragon comes and Agony are in a better position, Eversio are really gonna be in a tough position. Forced to fight. But at the very least, that's not gonna be the case. The next dragon will still give them a bit more space if they do mess up. The next objective should be this Atakan spawning in the bot side. We do see it spawn here the next minute. Iconic already rotating close to the mid lane. RTBS1, hello, welcome to chat. Ahanix pointing out that he is not on a scaling champ, so he thinks Agony might have some trouble in this one. Aiglos though gets caught out here with the Gragas ult. We should have Jarvan ult as Aiglos flashes away. Oh, Bricoon tanks the last parts of the Lucian ult. And Varsal goes down. Junglers are traded. Now Aiglos needs to be careful. We don't need him going down too. So far it's a 1-for-1 with both junglers falling. It does deter the plans for anyone to take this Atakan. Bot lane tier 1 seems to be an objective of choice at the moment. Iconic forces the flash from Gruntless. The ult comes out. Iconic's kiting. A lot of damage coming out. Iconic flashes forward. The shields from Pullu is so huge. There's the Lulu ult. A flash forward from Iconic does mean he goes down, sadly. Caught now in the 3v1 Awaken. Does go down too. That's not what we expect from the Eversio bot lane. They saw the light at the end of the tunnel. They took passage, but it was not a light. It was in fact their doom. It was a darkness. Eversio now caught on the backhand of this play. Atakan is falling very low. It's already down to 6k. Brickun might fall as well. He's on a ward, but he does not know. Iglos teleports in. This could be a losing play. Brickun goes in and steals the Atakan away from Varsal. Now he might go down for this one, but it's all worth it. We see Iglos also taking the mid lane tier 2. Drakur gets the 1-for-1 in Grantless, but Brickun does not go down. Brickun stays alive. Eversio, Eversio, Eversio. Eversio managed to take 1 kill, 1 Atakan, 1 mid lane tier 2 turret in exchange for pretty much nothing, unless we're counting Awaken and Iconic falling at the beginning. Now Iglos securing the top lane tier 1 as well. A lot of gold into Eversio's pocket. That's a 3k gold lead, which in these kinds of games could mean a lot more than what it could look like. We see Agony suffering to complete their second items at the moment. If Agony can complete their second items, they might be able to fight or take on these fights. Sorry, their third items. Still, we're kind of equal, right? Sorry, I've been talking about equal. I'm just comparing all items. Everyone sort of 2 items across the board, except for living. Curious to see now what's the plan from Agony. The second dragon they've conceded compared to the early game, which looked very calm, cool and collected for them. I think Agony came into this game very confident, and so far they're trying to cool off, count things down, but the goal lead currently 3k up for Eversio. Now granted, most of that gold is on Iglos, 1,000 of it in fact. We see the other 1,000 on to Brickun, and the rest of it is all on Iconic, the person you would want it on. Drakur is not far from it as well, 300 gold for him. So it's kind of split between Iconic and Drakur. We see the Rylai's Crystal Scepter complete by Living Dream, and the Black Cleaver complete by Varsal. This could be the time for Agony to fight. They are on par in items. Awaken gets ulted by Varsal, but here comes the Shen ult from Iglos. Question is, are they looking for the re-engage? They looked for it, but they decided not to. Now they need to not get poked out. The Baron is coming up soon, and any major fight here could be a bit of a disaster. We don't have the Shen ult, and Iglos is on the side lane. A great stun by Drakur. The ult from Polo comes out, denying the CC. Drakur gets pushed away by Grantless. We also see Iconic's ult being, sorry, the Lulu ult as well being used, but in the meanwhile, Iglos secures the bot lane tier 1. Overall macro play working out in Eversio's favor. Now Iglos could be in some danger here. Iglos could be in a lot of danger, in fact. He's covered by 4 Eversio, for 4 Agony members. He flashes away, all part of the plan, and the Baron is started in meanwhile. Eversio are spotted on a ward. Living can poke them out here. This could be a big fight for Agony. Eversio disengaged from the Baron, and we see Iglos teleporting in right away. Grantless was on the side as well with his teleport. Just keep in mind, Shen does not have ult here. Aiglos could get ulted from the Gragas. Both sides trying to find a gap in each other's armor here. This could be a tense back and forth. Need I say much, but yeah, I mean, you saw what just happened there. Hido almost one-shotting Awaken. He's lucky Agony was there to take a couple of hits. But that's the extent of what this Lucian has to offer at the moment. Varsar gets caught out here just before Baron. We also see Aiglos ulting in perhaps a bit preemptively here from the Shen. But they just want to secure it, and Baron is coming up next. Agony without a jungler need to consider their chances here of taking this Baron. The purple Scuttle Crab will be strong in helping them get vision, but they won't take it actually. Now Baron's coming down to the last 10k health. The question is, can Brickun get the smite off? Can Hido, can Pullo poke them out? Living is throwing all the spit he can. Awaken falling very low. Gruntless goes in, he gets stunned. Baron falling to 2k. It's on the side, 1.2k. Brickun gets the smite off, no one's falling yet. Iconic pops the button, he ults off. Gruntless falling low. Brickun goes into the middle of 5 people. He's falling low himself, but not before all Agony members are within one shot distance. Iconic goes in once again before he can actually secure any kills, and he gets shut down. That's a 1-for-2 play in favor of Agony. And now Eversio are on the defensive. They are backing off as Agony find Varsal again, their main engaged tool. This could give Dragon Soul Point to Agony as Brickun is down. The question is, can Aiglos, Drakur and Awaken deter Agony from taking this dragon? Hido starts attacking it. And Eversio opts to back off here with what little health they have. Iconic has a lot of damage, but he's mistiming his capabilities perhaps. This is the second time we've seen this game of him sort of being a bit too overconfident. Perhaps it's his way of calming his nerves, facing up the best AD carry here in Malta, Mr. Hido himself. But I mean, he's doing very well for himself. I hope he's calm, cool and collected. I think Eversio got this in the bag so far, what we've seen from them. I'm curious to see how this Baron plays out. Agony are now on soul point though, as one more dragon does give them the strong infernal dragon soul. Aiglos with a great Shen taunt there, denying the Gragas ult. He's ulting away, but the body slam from Gruntless denies that effort, and a shutdown in the hands of Hido. A massive one at that. And now we see Eversio rotating here to the bot side. That's the problem with a 1-3-1 setup. Living could be in a bit of danger here. The Horizon focus from Living does give vision of Brickun. They Agony are aware of his presence. Top lane tier 2 is getting engaged on from Hido. Drakur will be teleporting in. Perhaps a bit of a risky back there by Brickun, but he does manage to get out in the last second. We actually see Hido now leading in the gold department despite Agony's, Akonic's start. Hido's up 1k gold. Translates to a full item. Interestingly enough as well, despite the 3 kills from Drakor, the 30 CS lead for Living does mean he's up. What was that, like 300 gold, right? Yeah. Just goes to show how important last hitting is, guys. Some of you maybe not giving it enough importance. Last hitting alone is keeping Agony in this game. Not too sure what to say at the moment, guys. Baron should be up soon. It is the eventual inevitability that will dictate this game. A big fight would maybe on favor of Eversio if they already have the push, could lead to the end of the game. But it is conditional at the moment. Oh, Brickun is in a bit of danger here. We see him even flashing away. Not much will be taken from that flash. Sadly to say, Brickun here dropping a bit the ball. And we have Dragon's Soul to worry about. Should be coming up soon. Eyeglass and Iconic quickly trying to take down this top lane tier 2. That will be Infernal Soul though for Agony. Their hard efforts earlier on sort of transpire into an Infernal Soul. Their first 2 dragons they took. This is looking similar to a repeat what we saw the last time with Agony Eversio faced off. Eversio having a very strong early game, but their decisions mid to late game or their sort of either one of their people getting caught out leads to an overall Agony win. Let's see how this 35th minute is handled. Agony have the Infernal Drake, they have a very strong AP Kog'Maw to sort of deal the damage. Hido with a BF sword. Iconic though finishing his 4th item as well. This next Baron is everything, guys. If we have a big fight here, this is it. Let's see. Drakor stops the flag from Varsal. See Agony starting this Baron, it's at 10k health. Living is poking Eversio, it's at 4k, 3k, 2k, 1k. And there's Baron for Agony. Brickun goes in, but there's no follow-up. Living pretty much disabling Eversio from this fight. All on his own. He brings Drakor and Iconic so low. This could be game, guys. Such a strong pick that AP Kog'Maw did nothing the whole game, but in the last fight here, pretty much denying Eversio entry into the Baron. And there's one turret going down. Can we get more here? Grantless flashes forward, throws the out. Drakur gets engaged on. He does godlike on his Lucian. This is looking like the end of this match, guys. One turret falling, the other one's already at half health. There it is, open Nexus. And Agony seal off the first victory. Alright, Agony blue side. From what we've seen before, they've gone Orianna. Most usually. They did go Trundle, I think, one time. I don't really think Trundle is a first pick champion, but you know, they did do it. Oi, 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 oi. Let's see. Thank you to all the new people joining the chat. We have Zelian, Loksama as well. Hello, welcome. Agony this time banning the Darius. They left it open game 1, but not game 2. So what other picks are available? Trundle is available for Eversio. We saw Trundle being the ban from Agony. We see as well Jinx being banned for the blue side. Now Agony usually went Orianna here. Hui is banned as well. Zillion has been seen some play from Living. Do you really blind pick Zillion though? Is the question. Now if Agony go Orianna, they know that Drakur can play the Ahri. And Ahri into Orianna is a bit troubling for Orianna. Ahri just dashes in, charms you, gets the jungle gank. Let's see here. What will Eversio pick into the Trundle? Zac is an option, although the pillar is a bit annoying. From what Bricoon plays. Really trying to think at the moment. See, instead they go for the Aurora. Very interesting here, Eversio locking in a new mid lane champion for them. I have not seen Drakur on the Aurora as far as I'm aware. Let's see how it goes here. What jungle champion would I pick? Keep in mind Jarvan is banned and Vi is banned. There's the Wukong from Eversio. Wukong into Trundle. Should be Trundle favored, especially earlier on. I do not think there is a moment where Wukong can actually 1v1 a Trundle, but overall Trundle, I think, not having the same amount of utility that Wukong can bring. You see Mick blaming Miguel just for being so good. I mean, his team is helping, but I think it's more some mistakes being done from Eversio that are ultimately putting a stake in their coffin. Let's see here. Yes, I mean, fair enough. Guido getting hyped in the chat. Fair play, fair play. Eversio doing a good job to deter him, especially in the early games. Let's see here. The Mel pickup from Living. First time we're seeing Mel in the series. Looking forward to see how that plays out. Actually, no. How can I forget Greg's big PP from X United playing Mel into Starforger on Watch Stratons. Getting that solo kill. Greg's big PP, shout out if you're watching. Eversio here need to find a pick into the Cassante, the Grantless Cassante. Winning them PLAYCON last year. Ornn is available, but they go for the Severe pick. Interesting, interesting. I would have totally locked in Ornn here against the Cassante. Yin Olemin Habib Kbar, indeed. Happy birthday Azakana as well. Not every day you turn 18. Happy birthday. Alright. Feino Ramos. Alright. Ramos. Epic. Our Soraka ban, okay. We know Awaken plays a good Soraka, but we have not seen it all that often. Okay. Right. Let's see here, Twitch being banned as well from Eversio. Twitch being a champion Hido has played a lot of in the past. Let's see here, last ban from Agony. It will be the Gwen. So Ornn is still available from Eversio. I assume Agony are confident taking the Cassante into the Ornn. Otherwise, it would have been picked up by now. Eversio really thinking about it. They are thinking about Cho'Gath. Alright. And they go with Rakan. Okay. I'm much happier with Rakan. Right now the synergy in Eversio's comp is very apparent. Wukong ults first and then Aurora Rakan sort of capitalize on that. If somehow Rakan manages to catch a good ult, it also sets up Wukong Aurora, and in all of that you have a Sivir ulting, sort of giving move speed to everyone. Agony's comp, kind of more pick reliant, you know, Cassante can take someone out of there like the Wukong. The Mel, Trundle kind of leaning into each other's strengths. Interesting here, he goes for the Vayne in the bot lane. It's coming out from Hido here. Vayne could be very slippery, but Wukong, Aurora, Rakan. A lot of mid-range control. How will Vayne be able to get out of there? You know, that's my question. Ramos slowly but steadily eating my head there. Almost got to my eyes. Am I seeing this right? Agony are drafting Vayne Yuumi bot lane. Huh? Oi. We're either gonna get a 1v9 from Hido, or it's gonna be a complete flop from Agony. That's my prediction. I'm calling it right now. I don't like their synergy at all. It's kind of like a pick comp, but then they have Vayne, who will suffer a lot in the mid-range, and the only protection she has is a Yuumi. Let me see Ambessa locked in here from Igloss. Fair enough, I think Ambessa does really well into Cassante. And it should be quite strong. Guys, I'm gonna reach out the poll. Keep in mind, Eversio usually lose the game 1. Let's see, we're soon about to start the game, guys. Let me write out the poll. Let's see who you think actually won the draft. Curious to hear your opinions. Soon, guys, soon. I promise you. Sorry, I'm just looking at the swaps going on here. Soon we'll start the game. Alright, until the team sort of kind of figure things out. Wukong into Trundle. Wukong should be able to farm a bit faster than Trundle, but Trundle has the earlier advantage significantly. Even past level 6, because Trundle can just chase around the Wukong and counter gank. So yeah, I think it's like 70-30 favoring Varsal. PLAYCON does have some openers, of course, it's not all doom and gloom. He can really sort of set up his team here, especially if the Aurora gets ahead. Drakur, you need to get ahead. We need to have Drakur being ahead, Iconic being ahead, and not flashing forward this time. Sort of staying back in the back line, throwing Ws on Sivir. And they will hit Vayne, they will hit Hido. Hido kind of will be playing World of Warcraft. Alright. Soon. Hee ho ho. There we go. 80 seconds before we get into this. Okay. So let's talk a bit about bot lane. Sivir Rakan should be offering a bit more than what Vayne Yuumi can do. Sivir has a bit more range than Vayne, which should be just enough. Especially the pushing power. This should mean Eversio bot lane should always have priority. In the top lane, I would also expect Aeglos on the Ambessa to get a lead on the Cassante. It's really the mid lane, I have no idea how it goes, but I assume with all the jumping around that Aurora does, you can sort of get around Mel's two abilities. If not, of course, I imagine Living knows what he needs to do. He's done a great job on the Kog'Maw. Guys, jiena zilta l-Yumi, don't fob. Okay. Alright. So I see this was Hido's call to get Yumi. He wants to live out his power fantasy of going Vayne in the bot lane and sort of 1v9ing a game from start to finish. Good luck, Hido. I hope you have fun. Alright. 13 seconds to go before this match starts. Alrighty guys, game 2. Eversio Agony. This time Agony is on the blue side. We see the Wukong coming out of PLAYCON. Not a pick he's commonly played, but he does pick it up sometimes. Aurora, first time from Drakur. I think I prefer it than Talia. Vayne Yuumi in the bot lane. I mean, that's gotta be crazy or really bad, but we'll have to wait and see. Stay tuned as we get into this game. Let's see, will we have a game 3? Or will this end here with Agony walking away with a 2-0 unstoppable win in this series so far? The winner of this best of 3 will be facing off Whimsy and Joy. A date yet to be disclosed. And the winner of that match will be crowned our first finalist to play at Sunday at PLAYCON. 10:30 AM. Keep it in mind, guys, 10:30 AM when PLAYCON opens on Sunday. That's when we're scheduled for the finals. Not the best time, I know, it's a bit early, but you know, you got to make it there. It's gonna be worth the hassle. And you can come play in our League of Malta booth. We'll be doing 2v2s over there. Alright, that's enough promotional matter for PLAYCON. And now we're in it. We're in game 2 of Agony versus Eversio. Fearless Draft semi-finals. League of Malta. Alright.
Until minions spawn.
A bit more of a calm start from Agony this time round.
Minions have spawned.
I'm an independent cat, says Pullo. The guy forced to play Yumi. Oi, oi, oi. So I would expect Iconic and Awaken to get the lead in this lane. Similar to perhaps Aiglos. I don't know if Cassante wins this earlier on. It could be the case. Nice trade there by Living. Darkur continuing the pressure there. He needs to find a better gap now that the W ability from Mel is off. Time to feast. Agony are 1-0 at the moment. After a great early game gone wrong from Eversio in game 1. I'm surprised Eversio are not holding a push here at the moment. They are seemingly getting almost pushed in by Pullo and Antido. Oh, great bit of damage here thanks to Awaken's E. He does knock him up. Another great knock up here by Awaken. They're starting to add up. Hido is less than half health. And the Versio's bot lane are quite healthy themselves. We see a gank up in the top lane. And similarly Raccoon in the bot side. Aiglos does not escape that as Varsal flashes forward. We see Hido successfully recalling himself. But it should give enough time for the Eversio bot lane to get in the push. First blood completed for Agony. Varsal buys himself a Phage. He opted for the lethal tempo trundle. It's gonna be very strong in the one-on-ones if anyone dares to oppose him. Seems like Agony are trying to get the advantage on Dragon once again. They had a good control over it in the earlier parts of game 1. But Varsal is a level down and he does fall. Awaken gets the kill on that one. Aiglos is in a bit of trouble here as Gruntless gets his kill in the top side. Ay, ay, ay. Eversio. Is there no end? So win one side but lose the other. And I think the stronger Cassante gets, the harder Aiglos is gonna have over time to actually sort of stop falling behind further and further. I love how the directed cam just wants to show us two AD carries last hitting for the whole game. But to be fair, there's not much more to see. The CS difference in the mid lane is astonishingly high. Almost a 20 CS lead here for Living, which is no small feat. We see Awaken trying to get a gank in. Living flashes the Rakan knock-up, just barely. But we do use the ult from Drakur as well. Just goes to show that that CS lead that Living has, despite Drakur having an assist. Living is up 500 gold, guys. That's no small feat. He will have his first item completed first before perhaps the grubs or the next dragon, which could be a huge swing if the fight goes in Agony's favor. Eversio converging on these grubs. They got the first dragon. Getting these grubs brings them closer to defeats. 3 objectives, 3 kills, or the first tower. 2 of these are needed to get upgraded boots in League of Legends. And Brickcoon will surely secure 2. And there it is, so that objective counts in favor of Eversio, even if they don't get all 3. Brickcoon should probably escape this. We see a nice prediction there by Living. But Brickcoon does get out of it. So that's 2 grubs for Eversio, 1 grub for Agony. It does count in total to an objective taken by Eversio. Keep in mind, 1 more kill for Agony gives them the feats of Warfare, while Eversio need 2 more kills first before a single kill for Agony. What an ult from Iglos. It does burn up his flash though. Varsal gets the recall off, signaling Iglos to go back to pushing. What an escape here by Iglos. Now teleport is available for Grantless, and it is so for Iglos too. Iglos needs to make sure his wave crashes in. You see Gruntless teleporting on the back end here as Iconic is trying to escape. We see Drakur on the back line. Hido gets the 3rd kill of the match. He dodges the Rakan knock-up. There comes the pillar onto Drakur. Brickcoon is here, but to no avail. Looks like he does go down without much challenge. Agony completely wiping the floor with Eversio in this fight. Just better timing, knowing when your damage does more. Going in when it's needed. Agony looking a lot more confident in this game. Drakur not having an easy time, as Aurora's combos kind of need to be done in a short spread of time, and Mel can pretty much deflect all of it on top of trading at the same time. See a big engage onto Hilo here. Pullu's falling low, taking the major brunt of that exchange. They try to catch Hilo, but he cues backwards, condemns Brickcone, flashes the Rakan knockup, and he escapes that one. Meanwhile, Iglos not having similar luck here, his ground escape ends in death. Eversio not having fun on this one.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Drakor tries to find the play, but the Mel W just doing so much there, and I feel Aurora, if she's not getting ahead, she's gonna be having a hard time. This is the first exchange between junglers, and it's a full Trinity Force and lethal tempo advantage there. Varsal looking the healthier of the two. That's the first turret taken by Eversio. One more objective and the feats will be secured. We also see Living's teleport being used there. Meanwhile in the top lane, both top laners have completed their first items. Just as I'm about to say that, Brickcone finishing his own Triforce here. Last up is going to be Drakor to finish his own, and we should be seeing a big fight happening soon, as all 5 members of each teams have their first items completed here. Just look at the damage that Igos is pumping out at the moment. Despite his earlier starts, his champion just completely shreds Cassante. So coming up soon here is the Herald. We see Varsal and Living still in the bot side here, and Brickcone and Iglos are already on it. They're aware that Hido and Pullu were scouting out, as wards are dropped here by both sides. So both sides know that there is a ward there. Brickcone starts the Herald, leaving Drakor in the bot side to fend off against Varsal and Living. Seems like the brunt of Agony is on the way, but it's a bit too late as Herald is already taken. Varsal trying to clip someone with the pillar, but does not land it in the end. Eversio are managing to walk away with the Herald, securing the feats entirely. Let's see here, the turret is getting damaged here quite a lot, but Iconic has the wave clear advantage. He will be able to save that mid lane turret. Awaken could be in a bit of danger, a nice dash to get him out into safety. Gratas uses his ult to assert dominance here. Iglos happily walks it off. Agony starting the third dragon of the game. Drakor drops the ult. Varsal gets taken down low and he does fall as Awaken picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Hido, Iconic, and Awaken are all caught in a fight here. We see Hido scurrying away with his last Q. On the sidelines there, we did not get some time to see it, but Brickcone does finish off Living as well. It's a massive W for Eversio, and they will be taking Dragon on top. So far, Eversio living up to their usual antics. They are very good at these macro decisions and macro plays. Very calm, cool and collected. In fact, they were winning the last 2 matches. They just needed to not get too headstrong, and it should have been in their hands. Let's hope they can remain calm, cool and collected in this game too. Are you guys looking forward to a game 3? I would really like to see it. It would be my cherry on top for a Sunday. See it there, Eversio dropping the Herald. As you can see, they secure mid lane without much threats. It was already quite low. On the side lanes here, Iglos having a bit of trouble here against the Vayne Yuumi. He does use his ult to no avail. I don't even think Hido took any damage there. Vayne is such a strong duelist in the 1v1. Especially if you are a melee champion. They are keeping Hido on the side lanes. Oi, oi, oi. The kills say Agony, the gold says Eversio. Let's see it here. Eversio starting up the Autogun. You see Hido and Varsal are on the sidelines. And there it is. Hido engages the fight. He's still at full health here. Bricoon, Iconic, Awaken. Everyone's on Hido. Hido goes down, but so does Iconic. Both sides missing the AD carry. Now does Drakur have the damage here? Awaken dashes out of there. Bricoon tries to escape himself. But in about the same time here, both Bricoon and Iglos falling here. Grantless picking up the kill in the top lane. Varsal living, finishing off Bricoon. This is looking like an Agony game once again here. Seems like Agony gets stronger as the game goes on, but this time they turned on the gas a little bit earlier than their last games. I imagine Varsal wants to drop Pullo off onto his nearest AD carry. Special delivery. Alright, the next dragon is up. Eversio's soul point. Pretty sure Agony want to deny it. Drakor kind of gets caught out here. He's taking a lot of damage. Uses the altar so as an escape. And now Bricoon finds Varsal and Gruntless. Iconic dealing the damage. Iglos on the sidelines here. Varsal goes down. Jungler down just before the dragon. But Drakur is very low himself and we don't have the Wukong ult. Hido happy to trade the mid lane presence in exchange for this dragon. Awaken finds some damage here onto Gruntless. Hido's on the backline pelting away. Iconic falls low and down he goes. Wukong. Bricoon finds Hido. We see Gruntless living and Pulu running away. Iglos gets the slow off. Here comes Awaken with the knockup. Living goes up. See Awaken backing off. Iglos falling very low. He's one ability away. Just barely survives that one. And Eversio will back off. It's a 1-for-1 exchange as both ADCs fall. But the dragon on top for Eversio. To be fair, despite everything's going on, the gold seems to be quite even, if not slightly ahead here for Eversio. But I must not be counting because the overall gold here says, oh no, they're about equal now, so yeah, it's kind of swinging back and forth. Baron up next. It will be the objective of choice. This could be it for the top laners here as both of them are fighting. Iglos kind of asked for this one and yeah, I mean, Iglos asked for it and Gruntless gave it to him. Forces the flash out of Iglos. Drakur looking cute as ever. Playing Aurora. Oi oi oi. We see the experimental hexblade coming out from Hido there on the way. Something that's not often seen utilized. Experimental hexblade giving you the most attack speed in the game once you use your ultimate. Yeah, and it's a fairly cheap item as well. It got buffed recently and these games, come on, they don't even go to 6 items, so why not? I believe it also gives you move speed, attack speed, just what you want on a Vayne. Also the additional health, it's not too bad as well on top of everything. But bit of a stalemate here on both sides. Everyone's being attentive, not wanting to pull the trigger before this Baron. Awaken is there, but Aiglos finds Hido. No damage at all thanks to Yumi's stuff, but now that Yumi's juice is over, can they get Hido? Hido falling low. Down he goes, the first to fall here. Varsal the second gets dropped by Iconic. As we see Gruntless following suit and Pullo being the last one of this fight to drop. Dragon is available, Baron is available. This is looking like an Eversio game. Oh, huge damage coming out from Living on the side there. Eversio did not pull out the Dragon. And Aiglos falls as a consequence. Let's see here. Dragon is taken by Drakur now. Do Eversio go for the Baron? There's 10 seconds left on the respawn timers. Gruntless does have teleport. Can Eversio get this objective in 3 seconds? Realistically, I don't think they have it in them. We see Awaken here on the side. Kind of signaling Agony where they are. The Baron's falling down low. It's a 6k health. Awaken and Living are fighting, but Living does not have his ult. It's a 2k health. Living pops his ult. The Baron is taken by Eversio, but they need to run. Agony are on their way. And Eversio make it out alive with Baron, Dragon, and a couple of kills. 4 to be exact. 2 couples. Eversio are kind of feeling it right now. They're invading against bot side jungle. Varsal on the defensive here. Aiglos is alone in the top lane, which has been a weak point so far. He might get caught out again. Now why does he need to be here? There is no one available on the map. And just might seem like he might be in trouble here. In the meanwhile, Eversio engage onto Varsal. Varsal falling low, but Living catches Brickcoon with a lot of damage. And that's the end of Brickcoon, a shutdown for Living. Now Drakur on the sideline here. He also drops Varsal. Both junglers falling at the moment. But you use Sivir ult, Wukong ult, and the Aurora ult as well. In exchange for the Mel ult. Drakur actually gets the bot lane tier 2. Excellent macro play here out of Eversio. The gold lead will continue to extend here. 5k gold up for Eversio. Something I did not comment on as well. They did get the Cloud Soul, which is said to be the strongest dragon to pick up a win with. Especially for Awaken on the Rakan. Sivir ult as well. A lot of move speed. Even for the Wukong. A lot of move speed going to come into Eversio's hands whenever they press their ultimates. Agony on the defensive right now. I'm not too sure if Hido can pull them out of this one. Living seems to be strong. The KDAs indicate that Agony are having a great game, but the gameplay says otherwise. imagine the Elder Dragon soon to be up. This dragon is also known as the you will never lose a fight if you have this dragon. Such a strong dragon. It gives you max health through damage on autos and abilities. And it also gives you an execute when people fall below 15% health. Absolute insanity. Eversio are preparing for this dragon. Varsal could have get caught out here, but he does have flash and he uses his pillar. Eversio are happy to just take raptors in this position. Awaken and Bricoon are on a ward at the moment. They are not aware of it. This is gonna be a big fight, guys. Coming soon. You can almost smell it. Question is, where's Iglos? There he is. The teleport's coming out. That's certainly Iglos. Bricoon should be starting this fight. And there it is. Drakur lands the ult. Grantless is around half health. Hido almost taken out of the fight. Hido goes down. The mid-range damage is just too much here. Eversio winning this fight. Absolutely. And this should be game, guys. I imagine Eversio will be ending this one. That's an ace. A complete clean wipe from Eversio. Agony fall. It's 40 seconds on the respawn. Should be more than enough to finish off this match. The minions could not walk faster. One down, two down, and there's the open nexus. Can Eversio finish it in 13 seconds? Yes, they can. And there's the second match falling to Eversio. Alright. The bans have been consistent tonight. Smolder Way for Eversio. Yasuo Yon for Agony. Do they ban Darius again? Now that Trundle is out of the pool. Yes, that's indeed going to be. So we won't have Darius here for Iglos. Last ban from Eversio is the Jinx again. Agony could first pick the Orianna. Instead they go for the Maokai. Okay, very interesting pick though. Very interesting indeed. I don't know if this is top or if this is for the jungle role. Maokai not having the best track record on Agony's team, but it is a strong champion to decide when to start a fight, when to back off and disengage. Maokai ult can be used in a lot of different scenarios. Let's see here, Eversio pick the Zac into the Maokai. An interesting choice. It could get denied later on, but let's keep in mind Syndra is not available. Drakur did play Syndra game 1, which means Living cannot play Syndra himself. And I'm pretty sure Orianna doesn't do all that great into Zac either. Let's see. Eversio are thinking about their next pick here. Ahri is available. A pick that Drakur has shown confidence on, and there it is. The Ahri blind for Drakur. Now, Living could go for the Orianna, but like I said the last time, I think Ahri can sort of dash in and get the charm off onto Orianna. With a Zac jumping on top of that, Living could have a bit of a hard time in the mid lane. So what champion do you take here into the Ahri? Quite curious. Maybe he takes the Zillion. He goes for the Talia. Alright, we have not seen a good Talia yet. So this might be Living saying, hey, time for me to school you guys on this champion. Let's see how it goes. Agony here, potentially picking the AD carry, I would imagine. Now what would they go for here for the last game to decide who goes on in this tournament? Let's see. Keep in mind, whoever loses this match will still carry on. They will need to face Berserks up next. Berserk sort of having a tough one on their plate, to be honest. Imagine you have to go up in a best of 3 fearless against Agony or Eversio, the very best. Let's wish them all good luck in their respective match, but we're here to watch Agony Eversio here. Zaya was picked up by Hido, and if you think he's slippery, oh boy, you've not seen him on a Zaya. One of the harder AD carries to sort of get on top of. I really like the Aphelios pick here out of Iconic. He's been very successful on the Aphelios in the UK EL draft. So let's see here, next bans. We have support combinations with the Zaya Braum. Makes a lot of sense. Pulu plays a lot of Braum. I would personally ban out the Janna as well. I'm pretty sure Pulu played Janna before, and it's gonna be really tough for Brickun to find anything if Janna is available. I like the Ornn ban in the meanwhile from the Agony. From Agony here, as Ornn is as well one of these champions that Argos likes to go. And if you have Ornn, you'll have Zac, you have Ferios pelting away in the back line. Interesting Granata ban. I personally would not have gone that. I would have really liked Eversio to lock in Renata here and sort of deter even further and ban the Janna. But now Janna is an availability. Do Eversio go Janna? Perhaps that's the technique here. I'm really confident that Janna could be picked up here. It would make Brickun obsolete. Let's see, Milio is not an option. Pullo did pick Milio on game 1. It does stop Zac quite often as well. Let's see here, Sion for Aiglos. I think it's a worthy pickup. Gruntless does play Sion as well. Apparently ranked as one of the best tanks in the game. Let's see here, Agony. What do they go for the next pickups? Very interested here as to what they pick up next. They will have to blind the support. Oh, I'm not confident on the Poppy. I think Janna just does a lot more of what Poppy wants to do here, and it just does it a lot easier. Poppy is very abusable in lane, and you know what? Give me a Senna from Awaken. This is it, guys. He's gonna go Karma or something for sure, but I want him to play Senna. I think it's a good draft for Senna. Let's see what Agony pick. Last pick here, Alistar. Oh, it's Poppy top lane then. I did not see that coming. Alright, Alistar pretty good into the Zac. Senna does good into Alistar. She could go Senna as well, but if not Senna, I imagine he's going to go for Karma. Let's see. Rel is available. He did play Rel before as well. Zillion could be a pick. Rakan is banned, of course. There's the Karma. Alright, fair enough. So there it is, guys. Alright, guys, here we go. Agony Eversio game 3. Some of you doubted that we'll be having a game 3 today. Most of you doubted Eversio even had it in them to challenge Agony. But so far, all things even. Agony once again starting off with the aggressive play here, just like in game 1. This could signal a different spirit coming into game 3. I hope Eversio are ready for it. Let's see here, the ward is dropped. They will be invading here. They might find a conic in the tri-brush. Oh. A conic running out of that one. Must have been a scary sight.
Minions has spawned.
Alright, let the games begin. Now if Pullu engages incorrectly here, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Especially earlier on in these levels, he's gonna have a hard time existing in this lane. It's just the nature of how the melee support role goes. And I mean, Awaken on Karma. Need I say more? He's made for these kinds of champions. He's so good at the control aspect of the game. Eversio dinging level 2 first here. Showing off their early aggression. Oh, Drakur and Living get caught in a fight here. Drakur flashed on as he flashes away to safety. No mid laner will fall today. No sir. That will be teleport used by the young Eversio player. See here, Pullo finds small exchange onto Awaken, but the end result is in him taking a couple of Aphelios shots to the back. Let's see here. Both junglers finish their clear. It's interesting to see both junglers using the same clear path all 3 games in a row, as Raccoon paths bot side, but Varsal paths top side. The question is Iglos ready for a gank? And I think he's learned his lesson. Iconic and Awaken find first blood onto Pullo. We also see Varsal invading Raccoon's Raptor camp. As Raccoon tries to set up a gank in the mid lane. Both mid laners don't have flash. See Raccoon gets disengaged from Living. Oh, Drakur is in so much trouble here. He's trying to edge it out. Ooh, nearly almost barely managing. He must have been a pixel away. Living confidently using his auto attacks there. See Raccoon trying to find Living Dream. He does manage to drop his CC, but not in time for Living to show his W. Awaken and Iconic might find their second kill of the match as Pullu's falling down low. And Iconic gets the second kill on the Aphelios. If there's any champion Eversio want fed, it is gonna be Iconic on this Aphelios. Somehow Hido's still managing to be ahead in CS. Now Agony in themselves. They need to try and find picks, they need to coordinate their comps. Try and get picks before the objectives. Yes, I know what I said. Alright, alright. In the meanwhile, guys, we saw the Chemtech Dragon being secured by Bricoon. Eversio scaling. This dragon is gonna be so good, especially for Aiglos. It helps his shield scale better. It helps him get less damage and deal more damage when low. Maokai jungle takes phase rush. If you're scared of getting CC'd and exploded after you engage, then yes, and it helps you disengage as well. Runes are there to be used, even items, guys, keep it in mind, okay? League of Legends is not a static game, not everything should be built the same. Despite everyone kind of doing that, runes and items should be modified based on the game and how you should be playing your champion in that game to win it. Win conditions are different all the time. You might be playing Shen, but maybe you need to win by split push. It's not always the carry that will take you further. See Awaken and Iconic starting to get a small freeze here in the bot lane. Will they manage to deny Hidos? Yes. Despite the current standing of the match. He's still on par with Iconic. Now Aiglos throws it all in onto Grantless. But he does back off after taking that cannon. We see Living sort of edging out there, trying to get the kill onto Aiglos. The Talia ult used, but Aiglos walking away with a third of his health bar. Let's see here, grubs are coming up soon here. Drakur has his ult, his flash is back up. And he's actually ahead in CS. We see Varsal attempting his first gank here. He gets the flash out of Awaken. And Iconic still has Cleanse. The Cleanse goes out. He sidesteps the Zaya route. Pullo gets the stun off, but nothing happens as Iconic walks away. In the midst of all the chaos, Bricoon secures Void Caps. Bricoon looking really strong this event. He's doing a great job at staying ahead, keeping up pace with Varsal here. It's 2 objectives for his team. My gosh, Hido is actually ahead in CS at the moment. It's kind of crazy how he does that. It almost feels like some kind of a cheat. He knows something we don't for sure. And he's doing this to Iconic out of all people. I don't know, something funny about watching Grantless and Aiglos duke it out for 3 games. It feels like they throw out an ability towards each other every now and then, but all they care about is the wave, and you can totally see it. Like this. Right on time. Alright, Director Cam, let's watch them last hit for the millionth time. Meanwhile in the bot lane, we might get some action as Bricoon is getting the red carpet treatment from Awaken. The trinket goes out, denying enemy vision. Bricoon is in prime position to gank. Now Hido is expecting it, and you can see it in his footsteps. The Zaya ult will come out right after. Pullo getting caught in a lot of damage. Bricoon flashes forward. And Bricoon has to start thinking about his escape. The Zaya ult comes out. The Agony bot lane is low. They are getting teleported on. Here comes Living with his own teleport. The Maokai ult comes out. Iconic is in a lot of trouble. Drakur gets 1 kill. He gets 2. That's Feats of Warfare secured for Eversio. Brickun goes back in, but he still has passive. Varsal and Pulu on the defensive. They back off from the play. A great turnaround from Drakur. And that should be a second dragon for Eversio. So far Eversio are playing really nicely here. Iconic does fall, but it's not in vain. His team brushes up and secures the objective. And there it is, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, seen enough. Dragon completed by Eversio. Oh well. Top laners, am I right? Alright, let's see it. Oh! A lot of things being thrown out at the moment. We're 1k up here for Eversio. I'm not sure how this will translate into their mid game, but we're starting to see a CS lead here by Drakur in the mid lane. Somehow still Hido is currently leading in CS. He's up 1 wave.
Turret plating will fall soon.
It's just been this, guys, in top lane, like the whole game. The end result is 10 CS for Eyeglass. Iconic gets engaged on here as Pulu goes in. Down goes the Zaya ult, but Drakur lands the charm, a massive charm onto Hido. Now do Eversio have the damage, and Brickun does fall. Sorry, Hido falls. And we see Pulu here getting engaged on by Drakur. Iconic on the sideline. With all his chakrams. Awaken drops Pulu for the 6th kill of the match. Eversio looking like the strong force that we know them to be. Brickun fells Hido, I guess is what I wanted to say. Awaken could be in a bit of danger, the flash from Living, but this is enough. Iconic still has flash and Living is very low. Awaken will not be baited. The flash thrower from Iconic does secure the kill onto Living, and Gruntless flashes himself to secure the kill on Iconic. A lot of back and forths currently going on here, but no objective taken from these kills, at least for the moment. We also saw Varsal secure the Herald here in the meanwhile. Awaken finds the snare onto Grantless. Drakur is here, but the question is, do they have enough damage to take down this Poppy? Poppy, one of those champions. A big heal from the Sundered Sky. Drakur gets shielded. Awakened finds another route, and there it is. Drakur gets the kill. But we see a teleport coming out here as Living gets the teleport off. The charm lands from Drakur. Here comes Aiglos with the ult. He finds Pullu. Bricoon is there. A massive E from him leading into the queue. The ult drops. Bricoon flashes onto Living. Living get caught in a lot of danger. Another E from Bricoon secures the kill. Living falls, giving Bricoon another kill and the bot lane turret to Eversio. Eversio, Eversio. It's looking like a good game for Eversio at the moment. Now they've given up bigger leads in the last games, but it did not look this rough before as well. So all things considered. Bricundo starting off the third dragon here with little to no resistance. Varsal is around town, but Aigos is also.
Never falter.
Oi, 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 that's the third dragon. Dragon soul point for Eversio. We see Awaken here challenging Living in the mid lane alongside Agony. Let's see if Gruntless can find the play here. He's looking for a potential flank. We're seeing that he can be very tanky on this Poppy, but is it enough? We might get a dive onto Drakur here. The Maokai goes out. A lot of damage coming out from Agony as Hido actually secures the shutdown onto Drakur. Eversio not ready for that one. We see Eversio pacing up onto the top lane. They do not want to give up more gold to Hido. They don't want to give him more turrets. And if Hido sticks around, he just might get dropped. It looks like that's what Eversio are planning for. We see Bricoon as well on the side. A teleport coming out from Grantless in the meanwhile. But here comes Bricoon. Living is here too. This could be a big fight. Bricoon gets ulted out of the fight. And that's just the strength of Poppy. We see Drakur gets the teleport off. He has to ult out instantly, but he will not be dropped. Oh, a great W by Living. Awaken falls. Drakur has to ult out. Bricoon goes in to try and deter Agony. In the meanwhile, we saw Varsal drop the Herald in the mid lane, getting that mid lane tier 1. And Agony are not giving up. My chants have done nothing but anger them. We see Agony cleansing the Poppy stun, not wanting the Alistar follow-up. And it seems like Agony get the next play here as the objective falls. Shido collecting a big sum of money from this. He's actually up in gold against Agony, if you believe it or not. Which is crazy to think about, that he's 1-2. Just goes to show. CS, guys, CS. CS and getting a shutdown here and there doesn't hurt, but just one kill and some CS. And he's ahead of the 3-2-3 Eversio. Let's see in the mid lane as well. How's it looking? Drakur only up 200 gold with his 3 kills and 3 assists. Dragoon somehow is behind in gold compared to Varsal. That's a bit crazy for me. He's up in CS, up in kills, but somehow behind in gold. He also has a shutdown on him. Riot. Alright, the Atakan's coming up next here. Agony look to be in a comfortable position. Oh, that's not what you want, Pullu. Showing up at half health here just before the fight. Grantless is gonna take a recall here. In the meanwhile, Aiglos is pushing down the top lane. He takes the first turret. As Livik finishes off bot lane tier 1. Atakan is questioned here by Agony. As we know, Aglos is in the top lane. He does have teleport, and Grantless has no access to his. Alright, they're out the bush now. So the sneakiness is gone. No, Conic could find some damage here onto Hido. Hido's already at half health here before the fight starts. The knockout coming out. We see a teleport coming in from Iglos. He flashes into Hido. Gets a big knock up. There comes the ult from Iconic. And Hido falls. Iconic goes on a long trip. Let's see, Varsal is falling, sorry, Brickun is falling low, his passive gets popped. The rest of Agony are quite low. Here comes Iconic, he's back from his round trip. Brickun manages to jump out with his passive. We see Drakur failing his dash over the wall. Iglos so low! But he gets out. For those that did not see it, Drakur dashed straight into a wall. But this should be Ocean Soul for Eversio. On a comp they have Zac and Sion. But what's this? We see Gruntless teleporting in. Is this an int play? Gruntless is here. He throws his passive. He's falling low. The dragon is falling low and that's it. Ocean Soul collected by Eversio. Surprisingly, the Atakan's been up and kicking for all this time. The Baron should be coming up in the next few minutes, but Eversio need to take a recall. So this Atakan should be secured by Agony. I think it's a fair trade soul for the Atakan. Of course, Eversio would ideally take both here, but they can't get too greedy. They will have a hard time climbing out of it if they do get dropped at this point. Baron up in a minute, guys. Oh, we see Iconic potentially here in a bit of a rough spot. The Maokai does not reach him. Drakur lands a charm onto Varsa. A lot of damage coming out onto him. He falls. Jungler down for Agony. And now Pulu's in the middle of it, but Drakur gets a bit in a wrong position. He drops as well. Jungler from mid lane here. It's a bit of a fair trade, but in the meanwhile, Igos was pushing down in the bot lane. And he just might get the tier 2. Living uses his ult to go in. We see Iglos using his ult to knock Living up, for those that did not see that. Eversio have really turned up. They took their loss seriously. And it shows. Not really wasting time. Slight mistakes, fair enough, but other than that, superbly perfect at the moment. Agony currently on the back end of this game. Can they turn things around? That will be tier 2 turret here for Iglos. The second demolish proc on a very strong, healthy Sion will proc a bunch of damage onto the turret. Baron is up and we should be seeing a fight soon. It will dictate a large chunk of where this game will end up. Both teams are trying to establish mid lane priority here. Whoever can get the wave pushing has a bit more time to start the objective and get down wards. Eversio are just gonna walk confidently into the pit at the moment. We see Agony trying to find a pick. This could be the fight we were waiting for. Both sides trying to find something. We see the ult from Aiglos, dodged by Hido. There goes the root. Maokai lands on Awaken. Now Aiglos falls to half health. The fight continues. Aiglos on the side and Living takes some damage. But this looks like a disengage from both sides. No one wants to risk it before Baron, as they both understand the severity of the situation. Eversio start Baron though in the meanwhile. Grantless is here, he is away aware. Now Aiglos is on the side, he does not have his ult. The ult comes out, and it's Awaken that goes for a trip. Grantless is falling low, Pullu is falling low. We see Eversio are in a better position here, the charm lands onto Pullu. Iconic drops him for a killing spree. Brickun jumps in, and he does dropped with a flash from Brickun. Meanwhile Aiglos is falling very low, but the shields are strong enough to keep him going. Grantless on the side gets charmed by Drakur, but the damage is just not enough, as Grantless just walks away casually from the fight. Eversio winning the overall fight, and it starts going into the Baron. It's a 2-4-0 win so far for Eversio. Now can Agony deter them from Baron? Baron falling low, it's at 5k health, it does not seem it will be getting any competition. And there it is, Baron secured by Eversio. 4k gold up currently Eversio with Baron. The Elder Dragon has spawned, and it will surely dictate who wins this match. Such a strong dragon to take. Let's see here, Aiglos saying hello to Agony. He really wants to start a fight. Grantless barely sidestepping the charm. Aiglos charging through the Maokai ult, and he's caught in a bit of a back line. Let's see, Aiglos is very tanky. It's Brickun that gets ulted out, but he'll be able to join soon. Currently, oh, a big W onto Iconic. Iconic cleanses and flashes away. Varsal goes in, but he's caught in a bad position. Pullu and Varsal fall. Grantless looks like to be the third victim here. Hido's on the sideline there, pelting away. We can see Grantless falling as Aiglos gets the kill. Living drops the ult. It's gonna be massive damage. The mid lane turret is falling. Living is the last one standing here against the brute of Eversio. And there's the mid lane tier 2. This is looking like a Eversio game. It's 4-4-0 at the moment. But it seems like Eversio back off to take the Elder Drake. They do not want to push the lead further. And I mean, Pullu's coming up soon. Living still alive after all. And 10 seconds on to Varsal. I think this is the smart play. Taking Elder Dragon here will secure the game. They don't need to risk it at all. They've done so much to get to this point. They don't need to lose. Some more purchases here. We will be going onto the bot lane push. I imagine bot lane being the objective of choice. No, it seems like the pings come out for the top lane. Eversio prioritizing this lane as the tier 2 is still up. Let's keep in mind they still have Baron buff.
never falter. Focus.
Eyeglass goes in. Living drops. The Elder Dragon is just too much, guys. I highly doubt Agony will take this. The damage is just too much. Varsal is very low. He flashes away. Poppy ult saves the day. But is it enough? Zac has a lot of tools to get back into fights quickly. Grantless falling low. Down he goes. Drakur gets the kill on that one. Varsal goes in for a couple of seconds as he falls. And Pullo falling down low. He does up next, and that's a clean ace for Eversio to finish off this match. As we can see, the inhibitor falling here, few seconds away from finishing the game. I think Eversio played exceptionally well, defying most odds. Everyone thought Agony had this game. Most thought Agony will win this cleanly without a single loss. But in the end, Eversio turn up and are your victorious champions for the semi-finals. Oi, oi, oi.